Susie called the police to report that her husband never showed for dinner. When Detective Smith arrives, he scans the room. He tells Susie she needs to follow him to the police station for questioning. Why? The table was set, but there was only one plate there. You went hiking in the forest, but got lost on your way back. You're hungry and scan around for food, but you only find 3 types of mushrooms. The first has white gills and a ring on its stem. The second has a bold red cap on top. And the third has a spongy texture instead of gills and has been nibbled on by a deer. Which of these is safe to eat? The first one is called springtime amanita, a dangerous mushroom species. The second is called the fly agaric, a poisonous mushroom species that will give you unpleasant hallucinations. Your best bet is the spongy one. It's known as a bolete. First, check for red or yellow pores and cut it to see if it turns blue. If not, you're free to eat it, and hopefully you won't turn blue. You got lost in a town and made it to the town's castle to ask for directions. A scary figure tells you you must spend the night in one of the rooms. If you make it through, you're free to go. One room's floor is hot lava. The other is filled with a pack of hungry wolves. One has 36 venomous snakes. And the other room is a tropical holiday resort. You don't know which room is the resort, but you've got a clue. In the opposite world, you'd pick the room with the number 730. Where should you go? Room 730, Room 37, Room 307, or Room 370? Room 37. In the opposite world, you'd be reading the number backward. You're stranded on a deserted island without any water other than seawater. The only thing around you is a cooking pan, matches, a cup, and a plastic sheet. How can you get fresh water? Add seawater in your cooking pan, boil it by lighting the matches, and add the plastic sheet a few inches on top. Then collect the evaporated and distilled water in your cup and drink. A mean engineer took you to his lab to test your intelligence. You must pick one location in our galaxy, excluding the Earth, to survive for a week. Your oxygen tank will only last you 48 hours. Where would you go? All moons and planets in our solar system are uninhabitable. Your only option is the International Space Station. You were exploring caves in an archaeological site when, of course, you got lost. Suddenly, you come across 3 long tunnels. All of them lead to safety, but they're filled with traps and you must remove your shoes to enter. The first tunnel has evenly laid out sharp nails of the same size. The second tunnel is filled with millions of scorpions you must step on to get through. The third path has sharp knives hidden underground that pop into the surface when they sense movement. Which is the least painful path to go through? The first one. Since the nails are evenly placed and are of the same size, the pressure will spread on the surface of your feet and the effects will be minimal. You make it to the other side, yay, when you see a room filled with gold. A mysterious person shows up and tells you that he'll let you take some gold but can't lift the gate for you to get in. And there's a catch. You can't let the monster guarding the gold see you, and you can only enter once. The mystery man presents 3 pills to you. The red one makes you invisible and capable of walking through walls. The blue one turns you into a hamster. And the yellow turns you into a snake. Which of the 3 pills should you take? The blue one. To become a hamster. Even invisible, the monster will see the gold floating out of the cave. The snake couldn't carry any gold, but the hamster can carry enough gold in its cheeks to double its head in size. You went to pick out a Christmas tree in mid-December when you're hit with a polar vortex and you escape into a cave. 3 tunnels open in front of you, but only one of them is safe. The first tunnel takes you to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. The second takes you to the bottom of an active volcano. The third one takes you to a room with 13 bears. Which one of the 3 is safe? The third tunnel, of course. Since it's the middle of winter, bears would be hibernating. Jason came home for dinner. His wife greeted him and went upstairs to get ready, but she never returned. Jason looked everywhere for her and called the police. When detectives came in, they questioned everyone in the house. Which person had the least convincing alibi? The butler said he was vacuuming the interior of his car. The chef said he was cooking dinner for the couple. And the cleaner said he was chopping veggies for the salad. Who do you think is lying? The cleaner. Chopping salad doesn't sound like it's in his job description, especially since the house has a chef. A group of friends is hanging out on the edge of a cliff. The first one is digging for diamonds, when there's hollow space beneath him. The second friend is blindfolded, walking on a wooden board and is ready to fall off the cliff. The third one is chasing a little forest animal without paying attention to what's going on around her. Okay, sing with me. One of these friends is dumber than the other. But who? The guy digging for diamonds might soon see that the hole he's digging leads to a cliff and he'll stop. The girl in the red shirt might realize that there's nothing in front of her when she puts her right leg forward. The least smart is the girl in the yellow shirt. She's not paying attention to her friend who's standing on the board and depends on her. You woke up in an evil scientist's lab. His colleague wants to help you escape, but you must prove you're worth it. He takes you to a room with a glass ceiling and shows you 3 doors. Behind the first door, there's molten lava. Behind the second, there's 100 sprinklers that spray acid when they sense any movement. Behind the last door, a room with 50 mirrors and a sun-powered laser that can cut anything into little pieces. Which is the safest door? The third one. Since you can see outside from the ceiling, wait until it gets dark and go through the sun-powered laser room. You've become a legend in your town for your excellent survival skills. That's made you a target for the craziest scientist in the galaxy. He took you to his private island to test your skills one last time. He presents you with 3 paths, and you must walk on one barefoot to make it to the other side. The first one has broken glass, the second has burning coals, and the third has cactus spines. Which of the 3 is the safest? The burning coals. Glass can cut many places on your feet, and cactus spines might cause an infection on your feet. The coals will burn your feet, but if you walk fast enough, the effects are less painful. Even run, maybe. You're stranded in the desert, and in the distance, you see 3 separate paths. The first one leads to an unlimited supply of caviar. The second leads to a lemon tree filled with, guess what, lemons. The third one leads to a basket of strawberries and an unlimited water supply. Which path do you follow? The second path. Caviar is delicious, but in the desert, it will dehydrate you. And strawberries with water will only temporarily help. But even if lemons are bitter, they have a ton of vitamin C, which is essential if you're stranded. Also, since there's the tree there to provide the lemons, it means there's running water around. Mr. Steve was found unconscious outside his mansion on a Friday afternoon. He can't quite remember what happened, only that he got hit in the head with a shovel. The police questioned everyone in the house. His daughter said she came home from a lengthy brunch and wanted to go into her room and dance. His wife said she was getting ready to go to a feather auction and needed to get her checkbook. Really? The chef said he was getting fresh eggs to make delicious breakfast pancakes. It's the chef. It's the afternoon, not the morning. But still for me, it might be the wife. I mean, who goes to a feather auction?